Howdy folks, welcome to the Cryptoverse. I'm your faithful guide, Corbin Fraser, and today's episode is jam-packed with the biggest Bitcoin and crypto updates, including fallout from the Trump assassination attempt, Mt. Gox distribution news, alarm bells from a respected crypto OG, a new Bitcoin-backed stablecoin, and much, much more. Let's go to Germany. So although the markets took a nice, healthy dump this month, all thanks to the Germans, the German government has now officially said Auf Wiedersehen to all of its Bitcoin. On July 12th, they sold their last batch of 3,846 BTC worth $224 million. So in total, nearly 50,000 Bitcoins had been confiscated by the court from two German nationals charged with copyright violations and money laundering in connection to their operation of Movie 2K, a platform known for streaming pirated content. So the sale caused a bit of a ruckus in the market, but some big players have been snapping up the coins like pretzels at a beer garden. Prost. And guess who scooped up most of those tasty pretzels? Big-time institutional players like B2C2, Flow Traders, and Cumberland DRW. So these guys grabbed 88% of the German Bitcoin, with only a tiny bit going to regular crypto exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken. So the B2C2 wallet alone took in nearly $1.7 billion worth of BTC. So it's clear that the big fish are diving deep into the Bitcoin pool, leaving small fry with just some crumbs. But guess what? The German government Bitcoin wallet, it wasn't bone dry after selling off the $2 billion in BTC. Suddenly, they got a surprise little boost from the community of Bitcoin hodlers. Thanks to some generous Bitcoin enthusiasts, they went from having totally nothing, zilch, to 0.004 BTC worth about $234. Not exactly a fortune, but it's a start. And I did see that some of them were even leaving messages in the op return to the Germans. So very nice of them. In other sell-off news, the Mt. Gox estate just made some major moves, transferring $3 billion in Bitcoin and $53 million in Bitcoin Cash. Early Tuesday, they sent 48,641 BTC to a mysterious wallet, causing Bitcoin's price to dip a bit. They also moved 140,000 BCH into two wallets. So Kraken, Bitstamp, BitGo, Bitbank, and SBI VC Trade also announced they've received transfers. So this shuffle is happening ahead of a big distribution, and folks are keeping an eye on these wallets to see what happens next. With these OG Bitcoiners, are they going to continue to hold? Are they going to cash out their chips and retire to a life of disgusting fiat debauchery? So stay tuned. We'll have more on the story as it develops over at Bitcoin.com news. We're going to dive into some of the miner profit loss sustainability going on. Bitcoin miner news is always something we like to update here. So let's look at some charts here real quick. So in more Bitcoin-related news, miners have been feeling the pinch since mid-June, getting extremely underpaid with earnings plummeting to about $48 per petahash, which basically means a lot of miners are currently unprofitable. The worst day was July 6th, when earnings dropped to around $44 per petahash. So things are looking a bit better now, but revenue's still low, and July might end up being one of their worst months yet. So miners are hanging in there, but it's tough times. Something folks typically like to watch is, are miners holding or selling? And sometimes when things are very unprofitable, they are forced to sell just to kind of keep the lights on. So next up, we are going to dive into average on-chain Bitcoin fees. All good for Bitcoin users, though. Bitcoin transaction fees have dropped below $2 for the first time in over 250 days, sitting at about $1.54 per transfer. So this is the lowest it's been since October 2023, with fees hanging around 15.5 Satoshis per virtual byte. It's a good time for cheap transactions. So if you are moving some UTXOs around, now's not a bad time to kind of clean up your wallet. If you got a lot of dust and you got a lot of random small transactions, you can consolidate and potentially save fees later on down the road. You can go read more about how to do that at our Get Started articles over at Bitcoin.com. But it's good to see things down. $1.50 though, still far from cheap, but hey, we'll take it. Next, we've got shifting gears into the Trump news. The Trump meme coin has surged over 40% following the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. So Trump himself holds 579,000 Trump coins, which in theory at least just gained him $1.6 million. The total value of Trump's Trump holdings is around $5.25 million at the time of recording. So I guess that's a $1.6 million corner of the ear. So His Excellency Justin Sun, the Tron founder, threw his support behind Trump right after the assassination attempt. He believes Trump could create a better vibe for the crypto scene, promising fairer treatment for the industry. And another heavyweight in the crypto industry, Marc Andreessen, co-founder of prominent venture capital Andreessen Horowitz, has also announced his support for former President Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential race, citing Trump's policies as more favorable for the tech industry and startup ecosystem, which would allow innovation to flourish, crucial for America's continued success and dominance. In other positive crypto news, Donald Trump just picked Senator JD Vance as his running mate. Vance is a big crypto fan, pushing for clear regulations and calling out the SEC's tough approach. In fact, he once referred to SEC Chair Gary Gensler as, quote, the worst person to regulate crypto. So Trump, who's dubbed himself as a crypto president, is all about supporting Bitcoin and ditching Biden's anti-crypto policies. And Vance, a rising GOP star, aligns perfectly with Trump's crypto-friendly agenda. So next up, we've got dire prediction from a respected crypto OG, Erik Voorhees. But first, let me take you to a little path, little story time, a little moment to tell you about the impending launch of Bitcoin.com's very own Web3 debit card. So we're getting closer to opening the floodgates on VCard, which is, of course, the purest Web3 debit card in the cryptoverse. With VCard, you'll be able to spend your favorite cryptos just like spending with a credit card. To top up your crypto in a few taps, you can spend wherever MasterCard is accepted, including cash withdrawals from ATMs. So head over to verse.bitcoin.com and join the waitlist now. Be entered to win a free VCard when we launch, which is just around the corner. And back to the news. Erik Voorhees, the ShapeShift founder, is sounding the alarm about a looming financial apocalypse due to the skyrocketing U.S. national debt. He thinks we're headed for a bond market crash and urges Trump and JD Vance to create a safe haven for crypto. Voorhees believes Bitcoin could be a lifesaver during this chaos, helping to stabilize things in the long run. His advice? Let crypto thrive to prepare for the impending storm. Over to Ethereum land, liquid staking is getting a boost ahead of the spot ETF launch, which is now expected to happen on July 23rd. Around 300,000 ETH have been added to liquid staking protocols in the last month and a half, bringing the amount of ETH staked in liquid staking protocols to 11% of the total circulating supply. By comparison, around 28% of all ETH is staked, meaning that a little less than half of staked ETH in liquid staking protocols, which allow you to stake your ETH for yield and still maintain liquidity through these derivative tokens. So ETH staking protocol Lido is still the big boss, accounting for nearly 3/4 of the total, while Frax Ether is climbing the ranks. Pretty exciting stuff on the ETH stuff. Flipping over to XRP, Ripple's CEO and legal chief are celebrating the 1-year anniversary of their win against the SEC, calling it a game changer for the company in crypto. CEO Brad Garlinghouse declared July 13th, 2023 a, quote, very, very good day, while legal chief Stuart Alderati emphasized that the ruling declaring that XRP is not a security is here to stay. They view the SEC's ongoing battles as misguided and believe the crypto industry will emerge stronger. Ripple is ready to keep fighting and making waves, so respect to them for that. And finally, today we have a story about the innovation in the stablecoin market. A company called Hermetica has launched USDH, which it claims is the first Bitcoin-backed yield-bearing synthetic dollar that exists entirely outside the fiat system. USDH lives on Bitcoin's Layer 1 via the Runes protocol, which launched in April at the last Bitcoin halving. So USDH is also integrated into the Liquidium lending platform, which has so far processed over $100 million in loan volume. The stablecoin offers yield to holders that Hermetica says could soar as high as 25% per year. According to Hermetica CEO Jacob Schillinger, quote, USDH doesn't rely on banks nor fiat, but is just Bitcoin all the way down. So interesting stuff we'll be keeping a very close eye on, but that's a total wrap for this week's Crypto Scoop. Don't forget to subscribe to all the latest buzz. Join our Discord for a chance to snag some awesome prizes with $1,000 in different crypto, including BTC, BCH, and Verse for the month of July, as well as some exclusive Verse Voyager NFTs and more. There's never been a better time to join our growing community, so check the link in the description below. And thanks for hanging out. And until next time, keep those wallets safe, keep chasing the new opportunities, and catch you guys later. See ya.